Hi, I'm Nan Nayak from Accenture Interactive, and I'm here to talk to you about 5 imperatives to close the CIO-CMO trust gap. Imperative number 1, identifying the Chief Marketing Officer as the Chief Experience Officer. Today, the role of a Chief Marketing Officer is more than marketing communication. It is really about orchestrating experiences across the customer journey, across touchpoints in a multi channel environment. Marketing cannot be just about product centric communications that are pushed to the market. They need to be about inserting the right messages at the right time across the important channels where high value customers are engaging. This requires orchestration of that experience across multiple touch points and bringing in the right enablers like a single view of the customer, flexible models in terms of how to drive content and experiences, the right analytics to understand consumer context, which requires an orchestration of this overall model. And therefore, the CMO's role needs to be more of a chief experience officer that has the capability to drive synergies across these touchpoints. Imperative number 2, accepting IT as a strategic partner with marketing, not just as a platform provider. What we found from the research is that IT and marketing are not talking to each other or aligning with each other as they make their own business plans. Both groups should collaborate to understand what systemic changes are required in order for them to successfully take advantage of new technologies and business models that the digital environment is providing. To engineer more relevant and compelling experiences requires contextual data and agile technology to serve up the right experiences at the right time. This requires CIOs to change their orientations from providers of platform services and technology standards to becoming partners with CMOs to bring flexibility, agility, and rapid iteration to take advantage of digital and new cloud based technologies. No longer is technology decision making based on just the technology's value on its own, but really in support of specific consumer experiences. Imperative number 3 is changing the skill mix. As the lines between technology and business soften, the skill set that exists on the business side, as well as those that exist on the technology side, need to kind of come closer to each other. On the business side, the traditional genius creative madman approach to marketing needs to be augmented by what we call mathmen, well versed in analytics and technology, who can bring this approach to the overall marketing mix to create the most relevant, contextually powerful experiences. Similarly, on the IT side, more business analysis and agile methods to match the speed of business is required. So, bringing business analysts who understand what the business pain points are required on the technology side as well. The fourth imperative that came out of the research was the agreement on the business levers for marketing and IT. In a typical IT department, they are held accountable for platform readiness and for making sure that any types of technology adheres to standards like privacy, security, data, and so on. Well, on the business side, it's more about customer acquisition, conversion, engagement, and so on. And often, the two different points of view on what they're accountable for get in the way of each other's success. Often, marketing departments will hold IT accountable for being slow and too bureaucratic to allow them to do what they need to do in order to get their work done. In this new world, bringing business and IT together in making sure that there is a balance between the focus on standards and the focus on agility is required. The fourth imperative is really about focusing on both efficiency and sizzle and agility that needs to come forward in order to be successful in the space. The fifth imperative is about trust. This whole piece of research we did was about the trust gap. And CMOs and CIOs need to just do that, trust each other. Without that trust, they cannot take the opportunity for creating multi channel experiences and driving business outcomes in this digital world. By bringing their measures closer to each other, by bringing their talent to be more similar, by bringing their overall center on customers together, trust will develop. And without this trust, they will not be able to take advantage of the opportunities before them. I'm Nan Nayak. Those were the 5 imperatives that came out of the Accenture Interactive research on the CMO CIO trust gap. Consider them carefully as you look at your digital opportunities. Thank you.